Hey guys, it's me on a Friday coming to you live. Not really live, but you know what I mean. Tomorrow will be the live, and I'm going to be talking about the poll topic that you guys all chose, which is chosen issues and things that we may be facing as chosens or star seeds or anyone on the ascension journey. But what I'm going to be talking about today is about how some people are seekers, eternal seekers at that, and how some of us are beers or becomers. And what the difference is, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is a topic about what it's like to go through an ascended journey. For those of you that have gone through these shifts, then maybe this doesn't include you. For some of you, you are going through this shift right now, and for some of you, you may have no idea what I'm talking about. My name is Ashley. I'm a higher self channeler. And if this is your first time, nice to meet you. Happy Friday, everyone. And if you are a returning member, thank you very much for all your polls, votes. That was very helpful. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably going to do it at 10:10 like I usually do every time I come on a live. So I hope to see you guys there. Now, the topic I'm talking about is these shifts that we go through as chosens, as those on the journey. And one of the shifts I want to talk about is this shift from being a seeker or seeking to becoming. Are you in a stage of seeking or are you in a stage of becoming? And I do want to say this whole out. This is not a right or wrong thing. Please understand these are pivotal elements to both sides of the coin. So please know, I just want you to postulate. I just want you to think about that question to yourself. Don't place any judgment because these two ways of being are just what we're focusing on today. And please don't take it that way. So ask yourself, are you a seeker or are you a beer or a becomer? And that's totally fine. There are people out there that are neither, so don't worry about it. Now, what the difference is some of us are eternally seeking, and that's okay. That means we're on the path, we're seeking ourselves on the path. The other ones are in a state of becoming or being. Now, how you can kind of identify the differences, I will say, is that for the seeker is one that can occur all through a lifetime. If you look at the grand scheme of something, someone could be seeking something their whole entire lives, be it like joy, happiness. It could be to become enlightened. It could be to get closer to God. You could be seeking yourself your entire life. And that's why I'm saying there's no judgment here. Now, the difference is that when you are a seeker, the fun and amazing part about that side is that you will get to experience life or all the elements of what you're seeking or what you're after or multiple things that you might be after within a lifetime, okay? But let's say, for example, it's elements of the divine that you're seeking, or you're seeking to be enlightened, or you're seeking to reach out to the divine. That's fine too. Now, the thing is that most seekers find the happiness in the seeking. Because some of you could be like, I'm seeking to find Jesus. You know what I mean? And that's where you find your happiness. Okay? And that is what I would say are some of the elements of what you would find in a seeker. Now, for those of us or whereas the becoming side or the being side, the differences, or what I would say the difference is, and these are the elements for this. You want to implement a functional expose of an element of beliefs, of a belief. Okay? It's something that you believe in. So the thing is that whatever it is that you believe in, if you are a becomer, you believe in something, right? You believe in something. Okay? It could be yourself, it could be in God, it can be in your son, your daughter, it could be in a friend. You believe in that person. You basically have got to a point where that belief then starts to transform into becoming. So you're becoming the person you feel that you believe you are. And there's a difference in this because the seeker will continue to seek and try to find certain elements in everything. Whereas a believer or one who believes just kind of finds that belief and sticks to it. And I hope you guys got that correlation there. Basically, you will become the expose of that element that you believe in. Okay? And when you believe, you move on to the becoming. you are becoming, okay? And it's like in as simple as a statement, okay? Where you can see these elements changing, okay? When you are becoming, you say something along the lines like, I am becoming Christ-like. So what you believe in is the Christ-likeness. That's what you believe in. You believe in becoming Christ-like. So you are becoming it, okay? So you believe in being Christ-like, and therefore you become Christ-like. I hope I'm not losing anyone here. And what happens is that when you be and become, you're actually unifying that element. Let's say, like I said, in this circumstance, I said Christ-like was your being or your becoming element, right? The element that you are becoming. What happens is that you actually unify within yourself, within oneself, to that element. So the thing is that you become now Christ-like, because you're becoming, I am becoming Christ-like. You're unifying Christ-like or Christhoodedness within yourself, okay? So this is the second phase, I would say, of the shift, okay? When one stops seeking and moves into the becoming. And the thing is, like I said, there's no right or wrong, because the thing is, you could do the seeking for lifetimes. You could be seeking from this lifetime to the next lifetime, and there's no harm in it. Seeking is ideal, because the reason why, like I said, however, there's neither a right or a wrong. The reason why I'm saying seeking is not right or wrong is because you must seek to find, okay? There is no way around that statement. No way around it. In order to find something that you want to become, you must first seek. So neither side of the coin is a wrong element. So like I said, no judgment. You must seek to find. And let's say, for example, you are on this side of the becomer or the beer, okay, or the being. You must be that element. You must be that in which you believe you are becoming, okay? So if you believe that you are Christ-like, you have unified in that Christed self, okay? And you are becoming that Christed self. And then that shifts. This is what I'm saying. This is the first shift that you will experience as the becomer, okay? Is that you become Christ-like. You unify within yourself, okay? And you must be in that state to become Christ-like, if that makes sense. You must be to become. Can't get around that statement. Just like you must seek to find, you must be to become, okay? So meaning, like, you got to be like Christ to be like Christ, or to be Christ-like. So you have to be it. Whereas in this statement of a seeker, you're seeking to find Christ. You're seeking to find it. So you could see how these elements move. This is where the shift comes from, okay? It comes from that shift of being, okay? That state of being. Going from something like, I am becoming Christ-like, okay? To the next shift, and this is the one that is maybe not sought after at this moment in time, but maybe some of us are moving into that stage of wanting to be or mastery, where you go from not just becoming, okay? I hope you guys can see this, where you end up just removing the everything else, and you just move to the I am. That is the third state. That is the Trinity, okay? Because the thing is that when you are, okay, when you are, okay, the I am, okay, you are unified within the three. That makes sense. Because the first time you went from finding as the first stage, right? Seeking to find. Where you become is the second stage, right? And where you just are, I am, is the third stage. Because the thing is that you're not saying I am becoming Christ-like. You're saying I am. Like, I am it. Because the thing is like you're no longer becoming. You are Christ-like, right? You can eliminate all the rest and just say I am. I am Christ, I am Christ-like, whatever way, but the I am state of being is the third element, and that takes a lot more mastery to reach. So most of us end up needing to move from the finding part to the being or becoming part, because that's an actionatory type of movement of state of being, okay? And the whole thing I want to show you guys is that either way you slice this, right? What you're really trying to do from the seeking or the becoming is to find you. That's what these two elements will always do. You will always be like finding elements to figure out who you are in all of this. So that is the end line point. If you must be to become and you must seek to find, what you're trying to find is you, okay? What you're becoming is you. Either way you slice that in the middle too. It's like you're trying to find you, or the I am you, if that makes sense. Now, in some lifetimes, like I've said, you may just be the seeker. And in that case, you may just be God's eyes. Because the thing is, what you must understand too, like most of us, I think, do understand, is that the all sees all. And why is that statement the way it is? Because some of us have lifetimes where we just want to see. We want to try out all of these different elements of finding. We want to see and experience all the elements of finding, let's say God, or let's say ourself, or finding you within a lifetime, finding yourself within lifetimes, okay? Because the thing is like most people feel like they do find themselves, or their goal is to find themselves within this lifetime or any lifetime. But the thing is that if you are infinite, right, you may want to actually be the eyes of God for a couple lifetimes in this soul search, because the thing is you are searching through your lifetimes for your soul self, which is you, or the I am, okay? And the thing is that what you're doing in those lifetimes is seeking. You're simply only seeking. You're only seeking in those lifetimes to address or assess the outcome of all findings, because it's like you are the eyes of God in a sense in these lifetimes. You're going to be trying different avenues, different things, different findings of ways of being. You're going to be finding, tasting, touching all the things, the elements of a lifetime. So the thing is that if you do multiple lifetimes where you're trying to become, okay, let's just say, that's totally cool too. And the thing is that since you are those God's eyes in that soul search, God gets to experience all these different avenues and findings that you are, as the seeker, are finding, which not everyone does in a lifetime. So that's very important too, because you cannot find yourself if you don't start seeking first, right? And at some point, it does move to the become. Like I said, it is kind of actionatory, because after you go searching and searching and you're finding and you're finding and you're finding, this is the aha moment, or let's say when the shift goes from the first shift to the second shift to the third shift. There could be multiple shifts or multiple layers to an onion. You get what I'm saying? Where you shift and you have these ahas, they're perceptions of being that you move through, and you go that aha moment when your findings, okay, all of your findings finally find you, if that makes any sense. Eventually you will have found all of the different avenues to the point that you find yourself on that avenue at the same time, if that makes sense. Eventually, all avenues will point to you. So that's why a seeker's lifetime is not a bad thing, because the thing is you might have traveled all these different roads, but you'll still end up finding you, finding, keyword. And when you have found yourself, you will become naturally. That is the next evolution of self. It has to happen, because once you found you, could you go lose yourself again? Maybe, but you'd still just be doing this, right? With your one eyeball showing. You know what I'm saying? Once you know, right? And once you know who you are, you become, or you are. Do you get what I'm saying? So you go from finding self, finding you, to becoming you, to being, to just is, to I am, to you are. You are what you were seeking. You are what you found. You are you. I hope this train of thought runs with people and people understand what I'm saying, but I think it's understood in full. And that is the moment in time when you actually become. Because the thing is that once you become who you are, you live in that embodied self and you live in that soul self. So there is no other elements. You are no longer seeking because you have that belief. And belief is everything. So if you don't ever believe that you found yourself, that's a way to keep seeking for lifetimes. But for most of us, once we found who we are, we're not going to go put the blinders back on. So I really truly feel like most of us in this ascended journey, we go through these shifts of being. And that's what's so interesting about it, because really and truly we are trying to either be something, we're trying to find, we're trying to seek, we're trying to be, more Christ-like, we're trying to be more Buddhist, we're trying to become. And then once we become, or once we have found something through our findings, or once we find ourselves in those findings, or once we become who we are the I am state in that period of time where you move to the third shift. And that's what I think is happening and taking place, or one element of it. And I just wanted to share that. So I hope you guys are having a lovely Friday. That's it for me. Catch me tomorrow. I'm going to be elaborating on more things about ascension. So I hope this helps, because at this state, I think a lot of us need to become who we truly are. Who we truly are is imperative, because unfortunately we are in an ascension state of being that perhaps seeking is, well, like I said, seeking is always seeking. So forget everything I just said. Love you guys lots. Have a good one. See you next time. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If you do like what I'm saying, please like, please share, please subscribe. And I'll catch you tomorrow. You better be there, or I'm gonna get you. I'm joking. Totally joking. Bye, guys.